Hi guys! I know I'm wearing makeup. That must mean two things. Either I'm going out or I'm filming. And in this case, I'm filming. I just changed all of my pictures on all my social media. So my YouTube, my Twitter, and my Instagram, sorry, all have changed, like my photo, which I know to some of you is probably not that big of a deal, but to me, it's exciting. And it takes a fair bit of work to like actually do it. So I've just changed them all and I really, really like them. Oh my god, I actually love it. Because the thing is, it actually, okay, wait, let me show you. Well, just go look, but I'll show you on my computer. Wow. Wow. Woo, this excited fingers. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. It looks so good. Honestly, I don't actually change my photos. Like, the photo I've had has been there for so long, but I'm actually happy with this one. 7 thumbs up for me for being creative and doing something with my day that's useful and cool. I don't know. Anyways, yay! I'm so happy. Okay. Hello. We're in my kitchen. I just ate 3 cookies. I just tweeted this recipe. I don't tweet very often, but I tweeted. These are the cookies. I have 1 left because I ate all the others. Delicious. If you want the recipe, I'll put my Twitter down below and you can find it on there. So today I just wanted to go on a little bit of a rant, but not really, because I feel like when people make like rant videos on YouTube, I'm sometimes just like, really? You feel the need to make a whole video about that? But, you know, why judge? This is something that I've recently been thinking about a lot, and it's something that I've realized about myself that I feel a lot more than I really want to feel, and I've been really working to feel this less and less, and that is jealousy. And I feel like it's human to be jealous, and I think that's like part of almost like how humans have become successful, is seeing what works for someone else and maybe wishing you had it and working towards having it, and therefore being like a more successful person. Maybe in the Stone Ages when there was cavemen and stuff, your neighbor was lighting a fire and you're like, holy shit, I would love a fire. I'm so jealous. I want a fire. And then instead of just being jealous and like unproductive, those people die. The people who live are the people who, instead of just like being jealous and angry and being mean, make their own fire and they are just as happy, successful. Life is good. I watched a few videos about people talking about jealousy, and I've watched a few people talk about how they feel about making YouTube videos and being considered a role model. Which I think no matter who you are, whether you have a presence on the internet or not, you probably are someone's role model, regardless of whether you know it or not, and it may not even be someone who really knows you. And the scary thing about social media and being on YouTube and having Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff is you have the ability to show the highlights of your life and never the lowlights, and never the things that are awful and not the things that are mediocre, things that happen to everyone. Like, does anyone post photos of themselves brushing their teeth or going to the bathroom, taking a shit on the toilet? No, they don't, because that's not exciting. That's not what people want to see. People want to see someone living a life that they think is the perfect life, which whatever that is to you, I don't know. Some people think that's traveling, not having a regular day job, that's, you know, having a perfect body or beautiful skin or perfect makeup, whatever it is, that sparks jealousy. And jealousy can be productive. Like I said before, I really do think that jealousy can be productive, because if you see something that you want, you work towards getting it and having it and obtaining it, not at someone else's expense though. I have felt jealousy, and it's a yucky feeling, and it is kind of like that green monster, because you don't want to admit that you're jealous because for some reason it's shameful, whereas it's so human, and that's what I don't get. Like, why are we making it a shameful thing? People are jealous all the time. Jealousy can ruin friendships and relationships, and I have definitely learned that the hard way. I used to want to be the best at everything, and I still kind of do sometimes feel the need to be like number one, you know, all the time. Reality is, I'm never going to be number one. No one is ever going to be number one. There's always going to be someone bigger, faster, stronger, prettier, smarter, whatever it is than me, because that's just the way it is. And I'm okay with that. Honestly, I'm okay with it. My issue starts when these things that we feel as jealousy start to affect our relationships with people, and when we can't get past the stuff that we're jealous of and we can't have productive relationships. Why is the color of my hair or the car that I drive or the shoes that I wear on my feet have any effect on our relationship? That doesn't have anything to do with me. If anything, that I've recently felt more jealousy towards, and I've never really felt jealous of like material things so much. I think I have felt jealous personally of somebody else's happiness. That I'm getting older, I see how hard it is to truly be happy and to be grateful for the things you have in your life and the people you have in your life, and to be okay that things aren't perfect. And while I'm getting there, I feel like I've had a few people in my life who like have had issues with the way I live my life, and I do not have a perfect life. I hope you realize that. I hope watching my videos, I don't put up a front that my life is perfect, because if anyone can say anything to you, they'll probably say that nobody's life is perfect. No person is perfect. No, nothing is perfect. Nothing in this world is perfect. And that's okay. But if you're looking for perfection, you're going to continuously be disappointed. And I'm okay with imperfection, and I'm okay with the way my life is. And genuinely, I am happy because I think about my life, and I think about how lucky I am to have the people I have in my life. I'm lucky to have the family I have in my life. I'm lucky to be in the circumstances I am. I'm lucky to be living in Canada, in North America. I feel lucky to be where I am right now. It's unrealistic to say stop comparing yourself to other people, because you're always going to compare. But instead of using your jealousy and these comparisons to fuel anger and fire inside of you, to make you angry and resent that person for what they have, use it as fuel to push yourself to achieve the things that you see as what you want in your life. For me, I see people who are happy and I look at what makes them happy. And normally what makes them happy is their relationships, whether that be marriage or a boyfriend or relationships with friends and family. And for me, the biggest thing is a career. I want to have that career where obviously there's going to be tough times and there's going to be moments where I want to quit and give up. But that gives me so much more back, and that gives me like such just fulfillment. And that's what I want. And that's different than what you want. And that's okay too. What I want is to be happy. And that's what makes me happy. And that's nothing to be jealous of. What I want is something that I'm going to work towards. And you should do the same. That doesn't give you any right to resent someone or be hateful towards someone because you see them as having it better than you. I think the best thing that my parents have taught me is that every person is broken. Every person you meet on the street has had something awful happen to them. And there obviously is a scale of horrible things, and some people have had more horrible things than others, but every person you meet is broken. Nobody is perfect, and everybody has a story. And to be jealous of someone you hardly know because of YouTube or Instagram or Twitter, it's just the most ridiculous thing. And I say this to myself all the time because it happens to me too. I start getting jealous and I start seeing these perfect bodies and perfect faces and perfect skin, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what I wouldn't give to have that. And that's when I realize, holy mother effing crap, that's messed up. If you want to challenge yourself with your jealousy, next time you start feeling jealous, next time you start feeling resentful towards someone because they have something that you don't have, instead of being angry and hateful and mean to that person, you should be happy for that person, that they have this awesome life. And also think about the fact that they're only showing you the highlights. You're not seeing the stuff that you do every day that's the same as them. You're not seeing the pain that they have depression or anxiety or whatever it is. But let's work together to love one another and to build one another up. And especially females, I'm just going to be honest. I know there's some really mean males out there too, but mostly females, we tear each other down to build ourselves up. And instead of doing that, give someone a compliment. It feels way better than gossiping about someone and saying shit about someone. So that is basically everything I have to say right now. Hi guys! So I'm just about to head up to my school to go meet with one of my TAs. And I just have had the craziest couple of days. Yeah. Basically on Tuesday, I had a migraine. Again. Oh my lord. I think I told one of the crazier stories that happened to me when I had a migraine, or one of the worst migraines I've ever had, I talked about in a video like a couple months ago. But I get migraines so often that my family's like kind of concerned. Understandable. I'm pretty young to be having migraines like this often. I probably get one every 2 months, which might not be like a lot. Like if you think about having a headache once every 2 months, you're like, oh, whatever, I can handle that. A migraine is like a whole nother beast. And for me, now that I have them quite badly, I feel like it takes me a lot longer to recover from it than it used to. Like I feel like I used to be able to like bounce back, and now I feel like it takes me a little while before I'm like, okay, ready to face the world. So Tuesday I had it on Tuesday night. What? It was so bad. I don't even know if I slept at all that night, to be honest. And so then I was like, that sucks. So I didn't end up going to school on Wednesday. And then I was still like so tired all day Wednesday. I had a bit of a rough day on Wednesday as well, just not feeling well. And then frickin' Thursday I worked. And so now it's Friday and I'm just like, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. No, I'm just like exhausted. So that's my life. How are you guys doing? That's much more exciting for me to hear about. I so much appreciate your guys' recommendations in my haul video that I just posted. And for those of you who like live on the East Coast and were telling me like, oh, this is like a really good thing to wear and whatever, that so totally helped me like so much. You have no idea. So thank you all so much. Yeah, that happened. Thank you all so much for those of you who commented and told me, you know, some of your tips and tricks, and this hair is not happening today, y'all. It's just not. So I'll definitely I almost made an order. One of you guys recommended you going on Uniqlo, which I am familiar with Uniqlo. When I was in San Francisco, I think, probably 3 years ago, I went there. And I loved it. I think it's from Japan or Korea. And it's very like minimalist, simple pieces, but that are good quality and that are cheap. That's definitely the button for today. So that is what's happening in my life. Yeah. Holy shit, it's getting crazier. You guys, look, I have like a tail. Why? I need someone to help me mentally. Emotionally, metaphorically. I think I might do a video on migraines. Would you guys watch that? Well, I feel like it just might be helpful. And if you haven't had a migraine before and you watch it, you might maybe understand, like, or have a better understanding. Like, I actually can't handle, because I've had migraines. People are like, oh, I have such a bad migraine. I'm like, no, sweetheart. If it was a migraine, you would be in the bathroom vomiting. Like, well, not necessarily, but. So if you want to see that video where I talk about the migraine that I had that one time where I was like so sick, that one was probably the worst I'd had in a while. I'm just gonna fucking not deal with my hair today. Got my glasses on. OOTD. I'm wearing my Roots sweater. Gotta love it. And some Gap jeans that are just cuffed. Where's my foot? And I don't know what shoes I'm gonna wear. Probably just sneakers.